Now, top politicians in the country have been running to church ahead of the 2022 election, and the church, which was once critical to the state, is now so attractive to politicians who are so keen to win it over as they strive to actualize their political dreams.
Vincent Oduor has more.
The church has been known to be a strong critic of the state and playing a critical role in the push for justice, multi-party democracy, and safeguarding the social welfare. But that ministry to the country seems to have been forgotten or has waned over time. Nothing wrong with politicians going to church, but with the generous gifts given to churches by these leaders, the strong and objective position of the clergy softens. The black and white areas become grey and boundaries are crossed when politicians take to the podium to set the agenda. Reverend Timothy Njoya, popularly known for publicly criticizing autocracy and brutality in the 80s and 90s, says majority of the clergy have abandoned their societal role and have become vulnerable to the state.
The church has become self-sufficient in that it has allowed it has permitted to have a class of worshippers who will worship in every congregation, even when they don't belong there. They are interfering with the worship. It is very diabolical for a person to go to church to buy the church. That money is, period, church is bought. And the church is selling its congregants, its vote. Instead of protecting the votes of the congregants to have a choice in who they will choose, the church is also selling the congregants. And it is, then once for all, it is selling the congregants to thieves. Thieves who steal votes, and by them thieves who steal money, thieves who steal land, thieves who have no moral efficacy.
With just about 2 years to the next presidential election, visits to the house of worship are bound to pick up. President Uhuru Kenyatta recently invited the clergy for a meeting at State House with plans for a national prayer event in 2 weeks' time. His deputy William Ruto has raised eyebrows over his numerous visits to churches and generous donations, something he is unapologetic about.
Spiritualism and capitalism are being married by the clergy because they are looking at material welfare rather than social and rather than the political, social, and moral welfare of their country. And that material welfare is actually an amalgamation, or what do you call it? A corruption of capitalism and ecclesiasticism.
Reverend Njoya feels politicians started scrambling for the church the moment they realized that they are treated differently from the other members of the congregation.
The people left their home to come and follow God. But you are telling them that there is another God in between. And they greet them, the Lord is good, all the time. But that's not greeting. It is begging for votes. The personalities in the church who have lost the way. It's not the members don't come and follow themselves or trade with themselves. They are traded with by their shepherds. So it's not the church. The church is the body of Jesus Christ.
With the likely referendum for constitutional change triggered by the Building Bridges initiative around the corner, the church is going to be the biggest target for politicians supporting or opposing the initiative, given their reach and influence to the masses. Vincent Oduor, NTV.